Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You know, sometimes I get told things behind the scenes from people and I think, that sounds kind of crazy. How am I supposed to agree to that? And then I don't. But the fun thing about a hypothesis is that it becomes harder to disprove with great data. And, for the sake of this video, great evidence. I say this because one of the champions that in the right hands, I think Tiger is like the best example of this. Well, Ghost and Quake are the OG examples of this. But when you see people, and we know them in the community, when you see people who can be very dangerous with certain champions that aren't played or played often, it just kind of makes you think, maybe this isn't a bad champion or an average champion. Maybe I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. I think that a lot about myself. Again, shout out to people who make tutorials on champions that make you even more convinced of how to use champions, like this week's Attorney of Pain, featuring Sunspot, for example. With that being said, this skill champion, who I'm sure I'm already giving away in the title, so it's not like there's a build-up to this, is Ronin. I have Ronin at SIG 100, naturally. I've landed on him 6 times as a 6-star. That's pretty hard to do. So I actually have a lot of motivation to be better with Ronin, but here's the thing. Even though I have improved my intercepting skills because Hercules forces you to as a reward for gaining feats of strength, I still wouldn't call myself a good interceptor at all. And I see phrases float around all the time like backdraft intercepts, and then I try that and I feel like I get face kicked intercepts or face blocking intercepts, as my good friend Katie Candy and I always talk about regarding face blocking skills. But my friend Allison behind the scenes, well, she says that there's nothing Ronin cannot do. There's nothing that he cannot beat, so to speak. Well, this week you would seemingly have your match with something like the Eternity of Pain Terax. There's just no way that fight is doable with Ronin. Well, she says, hold my root beer, hold my beer. I don't know what if she drinks, when she drinks. Maybe it's water. Hold my aqua. So we have Ronin. Now this is a 6-star that is highly ranked. It might even be a rank 4 at this point. And the PI is high enough to where I think, are there boosts in this? But she goes straight into the fight. Regardless, I don't care if this was a rank 5 highly boosted. And of course, we don't even have rank 5 6-stars yet. So that's all a hypothetical that's not based on reality. She's going to show us how to take down this Terax with a high-ranked Ronin. And we are going to hide the webcam so we can see the full power meter and everything else that goes into this 1 minute and change fight. So you can see that she starts off basically not respecting the indestructible and just doing crazy crits with intercepts. Look at that. Look at that. Already built to a special 2. Again, his power is still being taken to special 3, and the intercepts are just perfect. Oh! Now we have a special 3. By the way, this is still not going to beat the record timing with you Tigra players. But this is Ronin, you know? Like a guy that people think, I don't think he's that good. Look at this. Look at those crits. But the intercepting is just, it's what we call chef's kiss, which I've used that phrase a few times, and people, especially across the pond, are like, Prof, what the heck does that mean? That's just such a smooth fight. It's the kind of fight that if you didn't know what to do with the champion, you'd have people saying, well, that's a hacked fight. You modded the game. In fact, Allison often refers to herself in parentheses as Allison not a hacker, because she is so good with Ronin that without video evidence, and that's why my channel exists, people just think that she's hacking the game. So Allison, you asked the question, is there nothing that Ronin can do or can't do? And it's fights like this where I think, in the right hands, I don't know. What I also love about this is obviously Terax is not taking bleed damage because he's bleed immune. Doesn't matter. It's all about those high crits. Well, what do you think of this video? I love featuring stuff like this. I love learning from people who are much better at this game than I ever will be, and Allison is certainly one of them.